I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a semi coming up the road that has our special delivery. And there they come. There's the pilot car. And there's the semi with the combine. Oh yeah, you're in. By far the largest piece of equipment I have ever purchased. Everything else we've been able to pick up and haul on our own. But needless to say, this is new for us. So that's a Gleaner N5, and that is the combine we are going to use to harvest fescue seed and make our money back on it, hopefully. But you might imagine it's very large for this area, and I'll explain that a little more in the video. All right, it's all unloaded. We're heading back to the farm. We're gonna get it cleaned up, and then we'll start talking about it and kind of explain the concept behind why we bought a combine this big for fescue seed, because it's way bigger than what we would ever need. However, it's gonna boil down to the price being right. Chrissy's up there taking a picture. All right, I made her home. We're gonna try to get this head hooked up, and then we're gonna clean it up. It's gonna be fun. Well, I sure wish I'd have washed the windows first. I just popped a hole in the power washer hose. Do I need to go up or down or something? There is just a lot going on in here today. But the only two things that we're really worried about right now is this header cart right here. Got this, basically a wagon frame. Got it from a neighbor for 40 bucks. The front axle, or the steer axle rather, isn't steering, it's froze up, seized up, what do you want to call it? It has grease zerks on pretty much every pivot point, which is really helpful. However, two of them won't take grease even when I put a different zerk in there. So trying to get that unfroze, and that's why we're heating up that one side, because that's the side that won't take anything. This side seems like it's going to be fine. The linkages all seem fine other than the center part right here. I can't grease it either. So we're going to get that figured out and get this header cart built, because I want to get that combine and the header both under shelter. That way they're not sitting out in the weather. We want to get all that stuff out of the weather because we just don't want it sitting out there. That combine's actually really nice, and we're going to try to keep it that way. This is going to be the cart. We got the steering mechanism all freed up. And then the only thing that we really changed was the lights. We changed them from the halogens to LEDs. And I don't know if it's really a necessity of an upgrade, but all I could think about was the window to harvest fescue is really short. It's a really small window. It's like 3 to 5 days. And if, weather drives it a lot too, so if it's real humid, then, you won't be able to harvest at night. But if it's not, and it happens to be dry and we can keep going during the night, we will, because the things that I can do at night versus day, sometimes it's easier to do something at night with lights opposed to trying to fight through it with, less good lights. Now this thing hasn't been started in, probably close to 2 months. We kind of got it home, we got everything situated as best we could with it, and then decided that it's best we get everything else done that we really need to do during the season that we were in. So we're gonna see if this thing will start, which hopefully it does. It's a good sign. It started. It's pretty good. A little bit of a cold start, but it did start. This will be a lot easier with 2 people. Believe it or not, it's done. Exhaust back off of it. Seems to be holding well. I'm just kind of waiting to see if I hear any creaking or see anything weird. Right now it doesn't look like it. You'll also notice that we have different size tires on that cart. So on the passenger side, or the side that I've got the header on, I have smaller tires on there. They're only like an inch shorter. They're old tires from my truck. And then on the other side, I have the actual tires that came with the cart. And all that is just to make it to where it tilts that cart this way a little bit more for us to help us out. Now, this machine is a little bit of a gamble. I don't know that I'm ever gonna make enough money off of fescue to really make it worth it. However, for the price, it was worth it, because for 2,500 bucks, got a really nice flex head, got a really nice combine actually. Everything works in here. I'm inside, it's 90, believe it or not, it's the September 29th. Using my last days of leave for the fiscal year, and just getting some stuff done around here, but it's 92 degrees outside, but it's not in here. It's nice and cool. We have air conditioning that works really well. We had to charge it when we got it. He said it leaks off, so I assume we'll have to charge it again next year, but we'll see. Either way, like, as well as it works, if I have to charge it, so be it. It's an expense worth it. So what I mean by everything works in this combine, like, everything works, and everything's in really good condition. Most of the stickers are still there, and even the ones that are there but are a little bit faded on the outside of the machine, still really good condition. So super happy with the machine. You'll get to see it work here in roughly about 7 months, 8 months, about 8 months. It'll be about mid-July by the time we get to fescue. Like I said, there's a very short window of time to harvest it. It gets too dry, or it's kind of like soybeans in a sense that, you know, when a little bit of touching it and it shakes all the seed off of the stem. So like I said, it was a little bit of a gamble as far as how much you're going to make off of it, because you just don't know. Fescue might be, you know, it might make 300 pounds an acre this year, and then it might make 20 pounds an acre another year, or the price might fall out because it's produced so well in the area. So it's just kind of a gamble, like anything else with farming. But the beauty of it is that this is the exact same engine that is in my tractor. The only difference is this one's intercooled. It makes 190 horsepower, whereas mine only makes 150. So small differences in that aspect, but other than that, like, if I really needed to, I could take that engine out and put it in my tractor. So like I said, it's kind of a backup thing. If the combining don't work out, that's an easy route we could go to continue having a use out of it. I really don't want to do that. That's actually what the other people were going to do with this combine had they purchased it, and I'm glad we could save it. And like I said, I hope it sticks around for a long time and is really useful on our farm and makes us some good seed, and catches some good seed for us, makes some good money, and gives us the ability to actually have a valid reason to keep it around. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed week. We'll see you next time.